Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video I'll be showing you guys some Ultra League battles with this new team that we've created. This will be part 1. I will be posting 2 parts for this team because we will be getting a score of 9 wins and 1 loss with this team. So watch to the end of this video and click on part 2 when it is out. If you guys haven't already, please consider dropping a like, subscribing and turning notifications on. It will really help this channel a lot. And with that being said, let's get on with today's video. For the first round, my opponent's first Pokemon is an Executor. Executor is a Grass and Psychic type Pokemon, so this is a really bad start for us due to ground types being resisted by that Grass type, and my Water types will be resisted by that Grass type. So I did decide to throw in a Sludge Wave, and that Sludge Wave does actually go through. We did only have to waste 1 shield for that, but that was worth it because I would have lost if my Swampert did go down first. My opponent does make a swap out into Zapdos as well when his Executor does faint. I do have my Hydro Cannon charged up. Hydro Cannon will be doing plenty of neutral damage against him. Both of us will be doing not very effective damage with our fast type moves due to electric types being not very effective against my Swampert and ground types being not very effective against the Zapdos. Hydro Cannon does once again charge up, but he does throw in his second Drill Peck. Drill Peck is a flying type charge move. Flying types will be doing pretty good neutral damage against us. Hydro Cannon is going to be doing once again really good neutral damage against him. I do think that he does have 1 shield left, and which is totally fine because I will be able to swap out into my Flygon. All of my Pokemon are basically shield brushers due to Dragon Claw is such a fast charging move. Hydro Cannon and Dragon Claw once again. Hydro Cannon does get his shield off and he does become really low. So he is in yellow health, and I am going to make a swap out into my Flygon instead. Flygon is a ground and dragon type Pokemon, so he will be double resisting those electric type moves from that Zapdos due to my dragon type and ground type on my Flygon. Drill Peck did do a good amount of damage, so I am going to be throwing in a shield just in case he does get another Drill Peck up once again. I do not have to fully charge up since Dragon Claw will already be fainting him, and I did also want an okay farm down on him because I did want that extra energy boost for my charge moves. My opponent did make a swap out into Altered Giratina. That is his final Pokemon. I did decide to throw in Earthquake. Earthquake will be doing more neutral damage or more damage than 2 Dragon Claws combined. So I did decide to throw in the Earthquake since I did already have it charged up. Ominous Swing did not faint us, so he did get a really good farm down on us. Not really good, but 2 hits. 2 hits can do a lot for other people, but he does not get to his charge move in time. And my Charizard does faint him, and it does allow us to win the first round. Good game to my opponent. For the second round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Gallade. Gallade is a Psychic and Fighting type Pokemon, but he can learn Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade will be doing double super effective damage against us, and Leaf Blade may instantly faint us even if we do have max health. Swampert is not really a buff Pokemon or a glassy Pokemon. It is right in the middle, so Leaf Blade will be doing plenty of damage against us. My opponent did throw in a shield for that Hydro Cannon, so I am going to mirror his shield because this may be a Dynamic Punch or Leaf Blade with close combat. Anything like that will be doing plenty of damage against us. I'm going to throw in another Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon will once again be doing plenty of damage and perhaps even faint him. Nope, it does not faint him. It is very close though, and he does get another Leaf Blade off. I am going to throw in a shield, get a farm down off, and then make a swap out into my Charizard. So because my Charizard will be double resisting Leaf type moves and Fighting type moves, since Leaf types do not effective damage against Flying types and Fire types, and Fighting types will be doing not effective damage against Flying types. My opponent does make a swap out into his own Swampert. He does have Water Gun as his fast move, and he is doing super effective damage against us. This is really bad for us because my final Pokemon is that Flygon, and I do not think that Flygon can go up against that Swampert. His Dragon Claw will be charging up very fast, but he may have plenty of shield left. He does throw in a Hydro Cannon, and it does Faint Dust. I am going to make a swap out into my own Hydro Cannon, into my own Swampert. I am going to throw in my own Hydro Cannon as well. Mud Slap plus Hydro Cannon does make your Hydro Cannon charge up way faster. Water Gun makes your Hydro Cannon charge up a little bit slower. So because of that, I do get my Hydro Cannon first once again. We do not have to farm that all the way up because it will faint him. And his final Pokemon is a Steelix. Steelix is a Steel and Ground type Pokemon. So I am going to charge up to my Earthquake. Earthquake is a Ground type charge move. Earthquake will be doing super effective damage against Steelix because of that Steel type on his Steelix. And he is 1 HP. And I am just going to throw in the Dragon Claw just in case. And this will totally faint. For the third round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Dragonite. This is a really bad start for us since Dragonite will be resisting my Mud Shot or my Mud Slap and my Hydro Cannon. So I am going to be throwing in the Sludge Wave instead. I am going to overfarm, charge up my Sludge Wave, then swap out into my Charizard. Charizard does have Dragon Breath. It is the Legacy Community move, so I am not using Fire Spin or Air Slash. My opponent does make a swap out into Heatran. Heatran is a Fire and Steel type Pokemon, so my Dragon type moves will be doing not very effective damage against him due to that Steel type on that Heatran. So he does not throw any shield for my Dragon Claw, but we are taking off chunks even if we are doing not very effective damage. My opponent is going to throw in a charge move right here. It is going to be probably Flamethrower or Iron Head from how fast that he has got his charge moves. It is an Iron Head and it barely did any damage against us. So we are going to be throwing in another Dragon Claw here. He does still have 2 shields left, and then we are going to be going for the hard farm down from the health that he's at. That is really good for us. My opponent does make a swap out into a Groudon. So Groudon is an only Ground type Pokemon, and that is really perfect for my Swampert due to Water types being super effective against Ground types. Dragon types will be doing plenty of neutral damage against him, so my opponent does throw in a shield. I am really close to that second Dragon Claw on that Groudon, but he does get his charge move as well. So my opponent did throw in an Earthquake, and it will faint us. It did do neutral damage, but I was pretty low health, so I do swap out into my Swampert, throw in the Hydro Cannon, and we may expect a shield to go through right here, since Hydro Cannon will probably faint him, and he probably does want that extra Pokemon. So my opponent does make a swap out into Dragonite. The mistake I made here was tapping too fast on that Hydro Cannon, so my opponent did make a swap out into a Dragonite, and I did throw in the Hydro Cannon on his Dragonite instead of the Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave would have fainted him, and I do make a swap out into my Flygon. Flygon has Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw is such a strong dragon move, and it does faint him from the health that he's at. His final Pokemon is a Groudon. I am going to throw in another Dragon Claw. My opponent does get his shield off. I do not have to shield here. My Swampert can come in. He is really good health still. I do make a swap out into my Swampert, get that Hydro Cannon, charge him up, get that super effective damage, and it will be fainting the Groudon, and it does allow us to win the third round win. Good game to my opponent. For the fourth round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Garchomp. So this is an even start for us since both of us will be doing neutral damage, but my Hydro Cannon is just such a strong water type move. Water types will be doing neutral damage against him due to water being resisted by his Dragon type, but water types will be super effective against ground types. That will be causing super effective damage to happen, so my opponent does throw in a shield because of that. I do not have to throw in a shield here because I do know that this will be a Sand Tomb from how fast that he did get his charge move. it would have taken longer if it wasn't outrage, but of course this was a sand tomb. I do get a defense debuff from this, which is totally fine. I'm going to throw in another Hydro Cannon here. Hydro Cannon will once again be doing so much neutral damage against him. He will probably be getting to half health. It does just a little bit after half health. This is going to be another sand tomb right here, so I do not have to shield once again. He did stack 2 defense debuffs on us, and he can just go for the hard farm down, but he cannot before I do get to my Hydro Cannon. If he does throw in a shield, that is the bad play on my opponent's side, but if he doesn't, it's still fine. He does not throw in a shield. I do have two shields left, and he is left with 1. My opponent does make a swap out into Genesect. Since I do have Dragon Breath instead of Fire Spin, my Charizard will not be doing as much damage as it should be. But we are going to send a shield here since I do not know Genesect's charge moves. I'm going to throw a charge move over here. He is resisting all of our Dragon type moves because of that Steel type on that Genesect. Dragon types would be doing now effective damage because of that Steel type. That Bug type fast move is barely doing any damage against us. It's barely doing like any. It's probably doing 1 damage against us. We do get another Dragon Claw off. He is very low. I do not have to throw in a shield here. I think I can also go for the farm down. That will also be really great. Techno Blast does go through, and it did do a good amount of damage, even for a not very effective damage move. My opponent does make a swap out into Gyarados. I did decide to swap out into Flygon. Flygon is a Dragon and God type Pokemon, so he will be taking neutral hits from Aqua Tail and Crunch. Those are typically Gyarados' moves, and that Dragon Breath from that Gyarados will be doing a lot of super effective damage against us. My opponent did throw in a Crunch right there that would have run us very low, but the good thing about my Flygon is that he can take those hits, and his charge moves does charge up really fast. So we do have a Dragon Claw charged up right here. We may see a shield go through. We do. Both of us are left with 0 shields. Dragon Claw does once again go through. I do have to get an excellent on this so my Charizard can come in, go for the hard farm down, and potentially win the game by getting that Dragon Claw. So we are very low. That Gyarados did get a really good farm down on us. He is like a few attacks away, but my Charizard does not allow him to get to that charge move. Genesect does come in. Dragon Claw does go out. As you guys know, what will happen? This Dragon Claw will absolutely demolish that Genesect. It does allow us to win the 4th round. Good game to our opponent.